Poppin'. Oomph. Uh-huh. Oh, tasty. 100% free. Alright YouTube, I wasn't going to make a video today. It's not often that Premiere surprises me, but yesterday, Premiere sort of blew my mind. Recently, I've been doing more music production just as a hobby, so I've downloaded a load of plugins to help me sculpt my sounds when doing that. Yesterday, I upgraded Premiere and it did a scan for plugins, which I've never seen it do before, and it imported all of these plugins without even asking me. And so I was like, am I suddenly going to have a load of plugins that I didn't have in Premiere before? So I started playing around. And honestly, some of the stuff I've discovered, I think it's going to change the way that I design sound in Premiere now. Most of these plugins I'm going to share with you today are free. All the links are in the descriptions. Let's jump in and check out this good stuff. The first plugin we're going to look at is Fresh Air by Slate Digital, which is really good for bringing some crispness, some clarity, and some brightness to vocals. So I've got this clip here of me introducing one of my YouTube videos. Let's have a listen to it. In this video, we're going to be covering some tips and tricks to help you improve and speed up your workflow inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, that audio recording is fine, it's not the best recording in the world, but if we quickly want to give it a bit of pop, we can just grab Fresh Air. So it's over here in my audio effects, scroll down, we can see Fresh Air. Let's drag that on and see what it gives us. We can scroll down, Fresh Air is here, and if we click edit, it brings up this lovely looking window. Now, I find that if I drop on something around 30 on each of the mid-air and the high-air settings, that already will have a pretty decent effect. Let's listen to what we've got now. In this video, we're going to be covering some tips and tricks to help you improve and speed up your workflow inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. I mean, that's already making such a difference, and it was so quick and easy. Let's toggle it on and off as we listen to see if we can hear the difference. In this video, we're going to be covering some tips and tricks to help you improve and speed up your workflow inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, some of these tips and tricks are personal preference, so you can use them, not... I mean, that is such a difference to me, and how quick was that? If you're like me and you're not a massive audio person and you just want to make small improvements as quickly as you can, this plugin is an absolute winner. Poppin'. I personally don't like any of the EQs inside Premiere, so I rarely use them, and I end up having to take my audio out of Premiere into other software to use EQs. However, I would much rather be just keeping it in Premiere, do it quickly as I can, but I really don't like the parametric EQ inside of Premiere. So here's one that is free and much better and much easier to use. It's called Nova by Tokyo Dawn. Let's drag that and put it onto our vocals here. So then we can scroll up and we've got Tokyo Dawn Nova there. Let's hit edit and it brings up this window. Now, the first thing you'll need to do is, if you want to see your waveform, your analyzer, is you'll need to right click in that window and select input. Now, as we hit play, you'll be able to see what frequencies are coming up in your audio. In this video, we're going to be covering some tips and tricks to help you improve. So here I can see there's nothing below about 90 there, and there's nothing above around 15k over here. So the first two things I'm going to do real quick is whack a high pass filter on, which is going to cut all of my low frequencies to around there. Quickly whack a low pass filter on and cut to around there. And also looking at it, I can see that this sort of frequency between the 2 and 5k is lacking in my voice. So I'm going to give that a quick boost. Let's press play and see what we've got. improve and speed up your workflow inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, some of these tips and tricks are personal preference, so you can use them. Again, how quick was that, and such a difference, and for me, much easier than using the parametric EQ inside of Premiere. This EQ has all the usual sorts of stuff. You can change your curves from bell curves over here to shelf curves over here. You can change the Q on them, you can shift the frequency, you can adjust the gain if you need to, you can mix how much of that EQ you want to be present, so you can mix it with the dry version of your audio. This is a really good EQ plugin, 100% free. Let's have some fun with a couple of plugins that are going to create a really nice effect. One of them's free, one of them is paid. So there's an area of these vocals here that I thought it would be really fun to create a delay effect. So what I'm going to do is cut up the area where I want to apply that effect. But what I don't want to do is, because I'm going to put a delay on it, I don't want it to affect the actual audio recording. What I want to do is duplicate the audio recording and drop it down directly beneath the original. Then we're going to go in and use this free audio plugin called Baby Comeback by Baby Audio. Here it is. Let's drag it and put it on there. And then when we click on edit, we've got this lovely interface. Now, Baby Comeback has all sorts of features in it. It's really fun to play with, and you get some excellent delays on it. Let me show you an example of what you can do with it. Let's listen to what it sounds like now that we've just dropped that on quickly. Whatever. I'm easy. Now that's pretty cool, but what I don't want this effect to do is to affect the original audio. I want the first I'm easy to be completely normal, and then I only want the delay to have that effect sound, the delay effect sound on it. So what we can do to achieve that is we can go into dry out and turn that all the way down. And what that means is it won't affect the original audio. It will only play the delays. So let's see what we get when we play that back now. Whatever. I'm easy. That's sounding pretty cool. Let's whack on a fade so that it fades a bit smoother at the end, and let's turn the dBs down on it by about 5 so that it's not as loud, and let's see what we get. Whatever. I'm easy. Very, very cool, super quick to do. Now, I'm going to show you another plugin, which is called Spread by DJ Swivel. And what this does is it enables you to play with the stereo width of your audio. This is paid. It wasn't very expensive. I think it was about $40 when I bought it. But it's just super fun and cool, and I wanted to show it to you. I'm going to use it on the same bit of audio here just to enhance that effect that we've just created. So I can scroll down here and I can see it in Spatial, DJ Swivel, Spread. I'm just going to drag that, pop it on there, and then it brings up this very cool looking interface here. And all we have to do, it's so simple. So this represents how wide in the stereo width it is. Take it all the way up and listen to this. Whatever. I'm easy. So that's just taken that delay and just spread it wide in the stereo field. Let's listen to it without. Whatever. I'm easy. Let's listen to it with. Use them. Whatever. I'm easy. Really nice. Just gives it a little bit more dynamism and a little bit more oomph. Whew. The last one we're going to look at today is called Valhalla Supermassive, and it's really cool for creating some nice delays and reverbs. So I've got this drone clip here with a transition in it that I've put a whoosh sound effect under. Let's see what it looks and sounds like. Cool. Not bad. Let's try and make it a little bit more interesting. So if we go up here, we can see Valhalla Supermassive. Let's drag that on. And then another really cool, good-looking interface here. This is one of the things that I like about these free plugins. When you're using stuff that's built into Premiere, it always just doesn't look great and it's not fun to use. With a lot of these free ones, I'm finding they look so cool and they're fun to use. It just makes it much more of a pleasure to be working with audio. And if you're not an audio person like me, this makes it a lot more fun to be working on this stuff. So let's make this sound effect a little bit cooler. So we can play with some stuff here. I mean, all right, let's just listen to what it sounds like now that we haven't done anything to that sound effect. We've literally just dragged Supermassive onto it. That's not cool. That's not what I want to achieve. But look at all the stuff we can play with here. So I think I want to take the delay down to probably about 105. That density I'm going to whack right up, and the depth I'm also going to whack right up. Let's listen to what we've got now. Oh, that's nice. It just takes it up a notch. Without it, let's listen. Without it, totally fine. But with it... oh, that is tasty. Now, one of the other cool things that you can do with Supermassive is it comes with a bunch of presets. So down here you can see you've got all sorts of echoes, reverbs, other sound effects. So let's say for the sake of example, we whack on a reverb. Let's try Cirrus minor plate and see what that gives us. Yeah, that is really nice, man. So this plugin is a really quick and easy way to just take your sound design up to the next level. If you go ahead and download some plugins, maybe some of the ones that we've used today or some that you find yourself, and you open Premiere and it doesn't do a scan to find them wherever you've saved them on your machine, you can go ahead and do that scan yourself. What you do is you go up to Edit, Preferences, and then Audio, and then down the bottom here you'll see Audio Plugin Manager. You click on that and then you can do Scan for Plugins. If the folders that you've saved your plugins in don't appear in this window, you can just click Add and choose the folder that you've saved your plugins in, add it to the list, and then when you click Scan, it'll do a quick scan, and then hopefully it'll import all of those plugins, and you click OK, OK. There's a whole treasure trove of stuff for you to research and discover yourself, but I hope you enjoyed watching that, and more than anything, I hope it gives you some ideas as to how you can start playing with your own audio within Premiere. If you like this video, please give me a like and a subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!